I can't believe that Sweetheart of the Rodeo was an accident in any way. I really think that they intentionally wanted to bring two audiences together. That country audience, decidedly right-wing, Republican hardball, with this element up from the folk rock tradition, that understanding that came from it, that was leftish to the heart, to the very core. And I think that they probably wanted that kind of commercial success and dreamed that it could be everything that they set it up to be. Or rather, people came on later on down that path from either country or this rock arena L.A., who did just that. James Taylor, Chris Christopherson, Waylon Jennings got very hip when it was lonesome, ornery, and mean. Glenn Campbell, basically an entertainer, but definitely ultimately accepted for what his musicianship and choice of songs brought. So that idea of getting two audiences together was something that was both a stumbling block and a blessing for the Byrds at that point when they decided to take a country gander. I'd like to think that the conservative bent that you mentioned, and that was not a retreat from sharp thought. Was not a blunt sword somehow to acquiesce, Chamberlain-like, to the still ever-present powers that the war machinery, the military-industrial complex, was providing the American profile. What we wanted, you see, was we wanted to have, we wanted rebels with a cause. We wanted that. And then this country thing was like part of the warp and woof of, the American fabric, and was highly conservative. But I think it's possible that some groups wanted to be country because they were smart enough to know that we, the collective we of the 60s, scared the hell out of a lot of people. And we wanted to find entente. We wanted to get back with those people and be able to deal with them and address them. I think that country thing was probably a tool to get into and to communicate something to a broader audience and not just preach to the choir. I think that's why you hear that stuff. I know even with Phil Ochs, whose greatest hits album, I must have sold at least 4 copies, Phil Ochs, the great protest singer, did an album which did just that. All country and western, got people from Bakersfield in here, the whole bit, and downright Norman Rockwellian in a way. There were some artful attempts at self-satire. Spirit in the Sky is my favorite, by Norman Greenbaum. He brings the word Jesus into play. Very funny. I think that does it. That is a wolf in sheep's clothing, like there never was, a real antichrist coming. But at the same time, charming, liltingly, refreshingly embraceable party song, good for brewski, fraternity parties, and stuff like that, talking about the spirit in the sky. Not really taking a stand on, but with a supposed theistic kind of a view that there's some greater intelligence might exist in the firmament, but yet playful as Jesus on a dashboard. So I didn't know. I think that that's part of the artful dodge in a lot of these people, non-committal.